lost my mind. I was only drunk because I didn't have no food. Nobody cared that I didn't have food. Y'all just kept giving me Patron.
Because I look at you different. Why the about my baby mom? I don't give it. Yo, if you ever was the talk nigga, she'd tell you that.
I would never talk to that on my level. She ain't do nothing to me, and she never been in my circle. She never been around me.
And you've been bringing it up. So now I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm never gonna touch you again. I'm never physically gonna hurt you. You marry this nigga, I'm blowing this head off on everything I love. I'm going back to prison.
What would you do if someone you trusted with everything took it all and walked away? For most of us, we'd be angry, devastated, maybe file a lawsuit. But for Armand Hilton, the answer was far more sinister.
I just left you 2 months ago. Stop throwing in my face before I kill a nigga. This is what I'm telling you, because that's my mindset.
Everybody want to be seen, but me, if I catch the right play, you'll never see me again. Those words appeared on Tiffany Wade's Instagram just hours before gunshots rang out in a North Philadelphia barbershop.
Those chilling words were posted to social media just hours before a mother of 3 would take her last breath in a North Philadelphia barbershop. This is the story of how love turned to ownership, trust became betrayal, and freedom came at the ultimate price. On October 7th, 2023, at 1:48 p.m., shots rang out in a barbershop on West Lehigh Avenue. Within minutes, 40-year-old Tiffany Wade would be pronounced dead, shot twice, once in the torso, once in the head. But this wasn't a random act of violence. This was the culmination of a deadly game of power, property, and revenge that had been brewing for years. I'm about to take you inside one of Philadelphia's most chilling cases, where a successful businesswoman's decision to claim her independence cost her everything. But first, let me tell you who Tiffany Wade really was. Tiffany's rise. Born in Coatesville, Pennsylvania, to a devoted Muslim family, Tiffany Wade was a woman of extraordinary ambition. By age 20, she had already earned her nursing license, an achievement that would have been enough for most people. But not Tiffany. Online, she transformed into Nyla Amore, the blueprint. 3 thriving businesses carried her name: Kisses Care Home Healthcare Services, Kisses Amore Extensions selling luxury hair, and her newest venture, Seasoned Kisses. Every morning, she'd post Quran reminders for her followers. Every evening, she'd showcase her latest luxury purchases. She was a single mother of 3 children, including a 7-year-old son whose father was Armand Hilton, a man whose criminal record read like a rap sheet from hell. Kidnapping, robbery, weapons charges, the kind of man whose associates feared him and whose enemies simply avoided him. But here's where the story takes a deadly turn. When Armand's criminal activities caught up with him and he faced arrest, he made a decision that would ultimately seal both their fates. The fatal transfer. Facing asset seizure from his criminal empire, Armand needed someone clean, someone trusted, someone who'd wait for him. "When I get out, baby, we'll be set. Just hold it down for me," he told Tiffany. And she agreed. What choice did she have? She was the mother of his child, his wife. In their community, you stand by your man. But years behind bars change people. While Armand sat in his cell planning his return to power, Tiffany discovered something. She was good at business. Really good. The properties generated income. She learned to manage, invest, and grow. By the time Armand expected to reclaim his empire, she had built her own. And when he got out, she cut him off completely. Changed the locks, sold properties, blocked his calls, and started fresh with another man. In Armand's twisted mind, that wasn't just betrayal. It was theft of the highest order. Living the high life.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, thank you. Can you see the handle?
Oh.
Yes. And this is the new one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one. And I want a duffel too. Yep.
All right.
Perfect. You can show me the other.
That one right there behind you.
Okay.
That's a new release.
No, I haven't. Can you guys monogram it or no?
You can monogram this.
That's me, right there.
Oh, that's the Martin.
Yes. Thank you.
You want to put in the bag or?
Yeah, you can put it in the bag. Just throw it in the bag. Thank you.
While Armand seethed with rage, Tiffany embraced a life many would envy. Her social media told the story. Luxury shopping sprees with Chanel, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Dior. Upscale restaurants, designer bags, shoes, international travel from the US to London to Egypt. Her birthday celebration was legendary. The all-white birthday party that showcased pure elegance and success.
She grew up to do many things. She went to college at the age of 17, became a registered nurse at 20. She's done hair. She sold edible candles. She sold t-shirts, business startups, tickets to events, Kisses open mic, Kisses pop-up shops, Kisses pool parties, networking events, TLC, Kisses Zooms, Kisses kitchen classes, Kisses boutiques, Kisses shapers, Kisses sex toys, lofty kisses, event spaces, Kisses extensions, Hempley kisses, Kisses dip. Y'all went crazy over that dip. Kisses season, Kisses brunch, Kisses home care and real estate. And she still finds time to give back. And her charitable contributions and self-motivation only adds to how special of a person she is.
But Tiffany wasn't just flaunting wealth. Through her posts, she motivated thousands of followers to recognize their worth, to push harder, to live better. She had transformed Armand's criminal empire into legitimate success. 3 legal businesses from illegal properties. And that transformation threatened more than his wallet. It threatened his very identity. The threats begin. When Armand was released from prison, everything changed. Deep down, Tiffany knew her past wasn't finished with her. She knew the kind of man he was, how dangerous he could be, and she was right to be afraid.
I lost my mind. I was only drunk because I didn't have no food. Nobody cared that I didn't have food. Y'all just kept giving me Patron.
Because I look at you different. Why the about my baby mom? I don't give it. Yo, if you ever was the talk nigga, she'd tell you that.
I would never talk to that bitch on my level. She ain't do nothing to me, and she never been in my circle. She never been around me.
And you've been bringing it up. So now I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm never gonna touch you again. I'm never physically gonna hurt you. You marry this nigga, I'm blowing this head off on everything I love. I'm going back to prison.
The threats escalated quickly. In one chilling message, he said, "If you ever thought you was going to get away with trying to play me like you did, you don't know who I am. I'm a psychopath. I don't want to wish, I will do it."
About you, I snap on it because I look at you different. Why the fuck did you worry about my baby mom? I don't give it. Yo, if you ever was the talk nigga, she'd tell you that.
I would never talk to that bitch. That bitch ain't on my level. She ain't do fuck nothing to me, and she never been in my circle. She never been around me. I didn't know that bitch.
And you've been bringing it up. So now I'm gonna give you what you want. To touch you again, I'm never physically gonna hurt you. You marry this nigga, I'm blowing his fucking head off on everything I love. I'm going back to prison on every. Man, I don't give a fuck about that. I told you stop throwing it in my face. If this is what you want to do, go in and do it. Stop throwing it in my face.
All right.
I just left you 2 months ago. Stop throwing it in my face before I kill the nigga. That's what I'm telling you, because that's what my mindset. I was over there.
In another message read, "I'ma get it done. If you ever thought you was gonna get away with trying to play me like you did, bitch, you don't know who the fuck I am. I'm a psychopath. I don't want to wish, I will do it. I will get it done. That's what you don't understand about me." He continued, "Bitch, I don't give a fuck what you do. You ain't making it out of Philly. That boy is the only reason you're still walking around, so you better thank my son and Allah. You're miserable. I'm happy. I just want you to pay. And you're going to before I leave this country."
These weren't empty words from a bitter ex. Tiffany knew that. She posted these conversations online, documenting her truth, leaving breadcrumbs, warning the world about the kind of fear she was living with. Some people said he was just bitter. Others believed she was preparing for the worst. She was right to do both. The final day, Saturday, October 7th, 2023. Tiffany woke in her Philadelphia home, following her usual routine. Prayers first, then coffee, checking overnight orders for her business. At 12:30 p.m., she called to her youngest son. "Come on, baby, time for your haircut." Her final Instagram story read, "Stay focused. Your time is coming. Cut out distractions." She had no idea she was posting her last words to the world. Platinum Cut's barbershop was just 15 minutes away. She'd made this trip dozens of times before. She arrived at 1:15 p.m., parking outside while her excited 7-year-old jumped out. He loved haircut days. Inside the familiar barbershop, the smell of hair products and aftershave filled the air. Her son climbed into the chair, cape wrapped around his small shoulders. Other customers chatted about the Eagles game. Tiffany scrolled her phone, responding to business messages. Everything was normal. At 1:47 p.m., the doorbell chimed. Someone entered. Tiffany looked up and saw a face that made her blood run cold. The murderer. Armand Hilton stood in the doorway. Without hesitation, without conversation, he fired 2 shots, one to her torso, one to her head. The gunshots echoed through the barbershop. For a moment, nobody moved. Then a child's scream cut through the silence. "Mommy! Mommy!" Her 7-year-old son screamed from the barber chair, cape still around his neck, watching his mother fall. Armand turned and ran, leaving his own child's cries behind him. At 2:04 p.m., medics pronounced Tiffany Wade dead. The paramedic looked at his partner and shook his head. Nyla Wade, known as Tiffany, mother of 3, successful businesswoman, was gone. The manhunt police immediately identified 44-year-old Armand Hilton as the suspect, wanted for murder, robbery, and weapons violations. A $20,000 reward was offered for information leading to his arrest. But Armand knew these streets. He had a network of former cellmates, old crew members, people who owed him favors, and people who feared him enough to help. They formed a wall of silence around him. The manhunt stretched resources thin. Different jurisdictions struggled to coordinate. Tips poured in, but each one led nowhere. Chester to Philadelphia, safe houses to abandoned buildings. He seemed to vanish like smoke. The heartbreaking legacy.
Happy birthday, Mommy. Since your passing, I've handled every single special day just like you would have. Every year, you went all out for your birthday. It's literally a holiday, Lo. But this year, I just wanted to enjoy my siblings without the pressure of planning a big event or entertaining everyone, while still trying to accept that you're not here anymore. We did things a little different this time. We miss you so much. I hate that you're not here, but I'm so grateful to be able to take care of these little ones just like you did. You really built me Ford tough. Your legacy will live on.
Today, 3 children quietly gather each year to celebrate what they call their mother's heavenly birthday. The eldest daughter has stepped into her mother's shoes, holding the family together with strength beyond her years. She posted, "You really built me Ford tough. Your legacy will live on." But the hardest truth remains. Armand Hilton is still free. Justice delayed, justice denied. Somewhere tonight, a killer walks free while 3 children grow up without their mother. And a 7-year-old boy carries the trauma of watching his mother take her last breath. Closing thoughts. Tiffany Wade's case revealed painful cracks in our system. It reminds us how easily we overlook red flags, how we sometimes normalize threats as just words. But for Tiffany, those words turned deadly. The question that haunts everyone who hears this story: what would you have done? Left everything behind to hide from a man who believed you belonged to him? Or fought for the life you built, knowing the cost might be everything?